So as you guys know, I've mentioned before, a few of my species over here require licenses. For animals that require licenses, you have to microchip them. And if you're unable to microchip them, you're gonna have to tag them. And by tagging, I mean something like this. You're gonna have to print out whatever code that the wildlife department has given you when they issue you the license, and you're gonna have to use that to stick onto the enclosure. Man, look at that. You can see, yeah, it's eating. My assassin bugs have actually bred. But yeah, today we are going to be tagging some of the enclosures, and these are pretty much the species that I have that require licenses. Now, it is not one species, one license. No, it is per individual tarantula. So over here we have andersoni, andersoni, andersoni. I have 3 Chilobrachys andersonis, and then 2 Haplopelma lividum, which is the cobalt blue, 2 Chilobrachys huahini, Asian fawn, Selenocosmia javanensis, Singapore blue, minax 1, and Phlogiellus inermis. So I have all these. Each licenses is about $1 a year, so it's not too bad. Yes, I have to renew them every year, but today we're going to be tagging the tarantula cages. So let's do that. I'm gonna have to cut them in pieces with this ruler, and yeah, let's do that. So today's video is just going to be a rather chill video because, as you guys see, this is what I am doing in today's video. So nothing much. We're just going to be tearing these up and then sticking onto the enclosures. So yeah, that way, if the wildlife department decides to come over to my place and do a check, they will be able to determine the tarantulas that have licenses and the ones that do not require licenses. I don't know how they do it. It's kind of a weird process, but yeah, just gotta follow the law, you know, so you don't get in trouble. Okay, so I have cut all of the tags, so now we're gonna stick them on the individual enclosures. This is one example of one that has been already tagged. Now this is, if you guys remember, a couple years ago, wildlife department came over to my place and confiscated some tarantulas because it was some misunderstanding, and they returned the tarantulas, giving me the license for them. So this is one of them. This is my Brachypelma angustum, and it is K11. The tag is K11. These tags were what the wildlife department created, and they stuck it on the enclosure for me. So yes, that's the angustum. We have also got the Brachypelma albopilosum, which is J10. Yes, they are Tliltocatl. That is the misunderstanding. Because they confiscated, they thought it's still Brachypelma. I mean, in the system, it's still Brachypelma, but they have changed the name to Tliltocatl. So I thought that we can already keep them, which technically you can because it's a whole different genus now. But then in their books, it's still Brachypelma. So yeah, both of us in the gray area, so decided to give me back my tarantulas and just label it as Brachypelma because it's in their system. Same thing goes with the Brachypelma cullenbergi. No idea why they wrote SP there, kind of weird. It's just cullenbergi, and it's Tliltocatl cullenbergi now, if I'm not mistaken, unless they change the name again, which I'm not updated. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, these are 6 enclosures. Wait, no, this is not. This is a rosea. Lol. A rosea. I thought this was one of the... No, it's a rosea, so that does not require a license. But these, I actually wrote like their species underneath. So this is the huahini, this is the huahini, and then this one is the... What is this? This is... Wait, no, this is... We don't even need license for this. Lol. Okay, what about this one down here? Can't really see. It is the... Is that andersoni? Can't really see, but yeah. Alright, now, so I'm going to be sticking them with tape. That way when water hits, because the previous one, like you saw this one, you see water kind of touched it and it like smudged. So we're gonna use tape so I don't have to print this all over again. Okay, so the first one is a Chilobrachys huahini, which is like... Wait, let me show you. We'll stick this over here first. Like I said, we're gonna use some random tape. That way it'll not smudge when it touches water. Now this one, it's so awesome. You should see its enclosure. It made a whole burrow down there, which is insane. So cool. It dug out all of the substrate out like this, and it's like a little volcano. Pretty cool. Next up is another huahini, which is in her burrow. You can see a foot over there. Yep. So I'm sticking it at the back of the enclosure over here. So that way I don't have to see the tag when I'm looking at the enclosure from afar. So yeah, just like that. Alright, next up is the Chilobrachys andersoni, which is over here. Yep. She is way down in there, just chilling. Very, very nice enclosure. She has webbed it up so nicely. Now, if you're asking why I'm only sticking these tags now, it's because the wildlife department, they just informed me, the guy just informed me that I should do this, because before this, I didn't know we were supposed to do this, because the tag is already written in your license, the whole list of animals. So I was thinking, why do we have to stick it onto the tank? I mean, I didn't know we were supposed to stick it on the tank, because why? Because if they look at the license, they can always come here and ask me, show me the species, and it didn't really make sense for me, but I mean, the guy told me to do it, so that's why I'm doing it right now. Okay, this is another andersoni. Now this one, she is the andersoni that was featured in like the first watering video. So yeah, she's been living with us for a very long time. She is down in her burrow at the back over there. You cannot see her because I can't put my phone in, but she's down there. Okay, so this one, I'll probably just stick it at the, yeah, it's already here, Phlogiellus inermis, but I'll just stick it over here since, because why not, right? But yeah, this is the enclosure of my Phlogiellus inermis, and if you guys are wondering why it's so small, it's because it's a dwarf species. Not sure if you can see the foot down there. Yeah, it's a dwarf species, very, very small tarantula, maximum 2 inches, and the wildlife department, believe it or not, when I brought this tarantula over to make the license, they were like, you even need license for this? Yeah, it's in your book, buddy. Okay, this is the third Chilobrachys andersoni. Don't ask me why I have so many Chilobrachys andersoni. I love them, okay? Don't judge. But yeah, I only have 3, so if that counts as a lot, I don't know, because I need more. But yeah, this one's in her burrow in there. She sealed it off. No idea where she is. In there somewhere. But yeah, Haplopelma minax. Shouldn't it be Cyriopagopus minax now? I'm not sure, okay? But like I said, even for the Brachypelmas, Tliltocatl, they're not even updated in the wildlife department system, which they should be updated since they're wildlife. But I mean, it's not updated, so old names, just gotta have to deal with it. So this is our beautiful Thailand blacks enclosure. She has made a very, very nice entrance to her burrow at the back there. Sorry, a bit shaky, but look at that. That's so cool. Such a cool looking burrow. And she made a tunnel over here that sometimes we can see her, which is pretty darn cool. Why isn't it not focused? Yeah, she webbed up here a little bit so we can't really see, but she's in there. And for some reason, the water dish is always empty. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's leaking. It's cracked somewhere. No clue. But yeah, here's the tag for our Haplopelma minax, the Thailand black. Look at that. This is the enclosure of my Selenocosmia javanensis. She is somewhere down there, but she has webbed up quite a bit of this enclosure, which is really cool. All right, so this one we're gonna stick the thingy up here, just like this, on the piece of wood. Hopefully the tape sticks on the wood. Yeah, should be good. Yep, something like that. I mean, after all, I have this grass thing that's on top, so it's, what the hell was that? Wait, what? Bro, is that an escaped tarantula? Buddy, what are you doing, man? Haha, gotcha. There you go. I can't exactly find it right now, but one of these, they actually bit a hole down here and it escaped. I think that is the guy. Bruh. Yeah, I think this is him. He actually bit a hole on the deli cup, which is insane. But I can't find the deli cup now. I think I threw it away. Dang it, I should have showed you guys. Anyways, back to the tagging. We've got our beautiful Lampropelma violaceopes Singapore blue over here. You know what's the funny thing? The wildlife department, I told you, their stuff are not updated. But the funniest thing is, Singapore blue, like Lampropelma violaceopes, in the system it is written as Malayan blue femur. Bruh, that's a totally different species. I don't even know how Malayan blue femur got onto Lampropelma violaceopes, but it is what it is. Just follow what they do. if you want to stay safe. But yeah, there's our Singapore blues tag, and she is down there. You can see her blues, so beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we've got two more Haplopelma lividums, which is the cobalt blue. Now my cobalt blues, I have rehoused them into these blue enclosures, no longer in the custom enclosures because they weren't doing too well in those. So over here is my two cobalt blues in blue enclosures also. Whoops. But yeah, in blue enclosures. Let me show you. Hopefully they're out. Okay, the first one. Yep, there she is. Absolutely beautiful. Now these enclosures, they do well in here because the water doesn't evaporate too quickly, so it gets, it stays humid in here, which they like. Okay, so here goes the first tag of the first Haplopelma lividum, cobalt blue. Don't ask why I have ice skating shoes here. It's my girlfriend's. She didn't take them back. She's supposed to take them back. If you're watching this, why haven't you taken back your ice skating shoes? It has been months. Anyways, this is the second Haplopelma lividum. Now this one doesn't stay out in the open. She's always in her burrow. Yep, you can see her down there. She has two entrances, which is pretty cool. I like how over here is just substrate and her web is just on this part of the enclosure. Okay, so let's stick this over here and call it a day. So those guys are the tarantulas that I have that require permits. So yeah, anyways, that will be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. It's not a very exciting slash upbeat kind of video because it's just tagging tarantulas and just showing you guys the species that I have that require permits. So yeah, remember this? I was supposed to do a watering video with this. But anyways guys, I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, take care, have an awesome one. Peace.